Hey everyone, welcome to Vinyasa Wave. It's Bree, your yoga guide for today. I hope you're having a beautiful day or evening wherever you are. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I actually do appreciate it like a whole bunch. If this is your first time here and you just magically landed here, thank you. I'm super stoked to have you, especially today, because today is going to be a fun wave. We are doing a no-handed wave. I actually have a shoulder injury, so it's hard for me to do like down dogs and chaturangas and stuff like that. So we're just going to skip it all together. It just kind of, because I still wanted to practice, but I figured out how to practice without doing stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy it. So this is actually meant to be kind of like shorter flow. I always say that and it's super long. But the intention is to be short. And then the idea for this one is to kind of, if you're short on time or just need to get the body moving really quick, get some blood flowing, this should help. Okay, with that being said, there's not going to be a huge warm-up in the beginning, so we're going to get right into the flow. So if that's what you need, go ahead and press pause, and then meet me when you're ready. So starting on our knees, go ahead and sit back on your heels. If that's too much for you right away, just put some blocks or like a towel underneath your butt, kind of prop yourself up, and when you're ready, I'll meet you there, okay? Alrighty, so if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. So on our knees, sitting back on our heels, hands just kind of place them wherever they land. If you feel safe, go ahead and close your eyes. If not, if closing your eyes definitely isn't your thing, just go ahead and bow your head, okay? And then just start to settle in. Start to slow your body down. And then maybe just start to imagine you're sending your breath all the way through your body. Try to make your inhales and exhales deeper and then lengthen them so that we can reach them to the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Roll your shoulders back and down so your heart is nice and open. Imagine someone's pulling a string right from the crown of your head, so you're sitting super tall. Just take another scan of your body, see how you're feeling. Go ahead and check in with yourself. How often do you check in with yourself throughout the day? When you're ready, bring your hands to your third eye, so that space in between your eyebrows. And we're going to open our practice with a nice sigh out. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out super loud. Good. When you exhale, drop your right hand to your left knee, left arm comes behind your left butt cheek, and then gaze goes over your left shoulder. We're opening for a little twist to your right in the beginning. And hands come back to heart center, and then exhale, open to your right side. So right arm comes behind your right side, gaze goes over right shoulder. With every inhale, imagining you're lengthening that spine, and then your exhales, you're deepening into that space you just created. And then hands come back to heart center. On your inhale, lift your arms, come up onto your knees, arms come overhead, maybe do a little tiny back bend. Exhale, hands come back to heart center, sit back on your heels. Inhale, arms overhead, pushing the hips forward, maybe a back bend if it's in your practice today, and then sit back on the heels. Move through a couple of these with your own breath. So inhales, we're opening the body. Exhale, we're coming down. Inhale all the way up. Maybe this time the gaze goes forward. Make sure you're squeezing your glutes. You're protecting that low back. And then exhale, we bring it down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Inhale, come up to your knees, and then bring your left leg out to the side. You can either do it parallel to your mat or perpendicular, it's up to you. I find it more comfortable if my foot is parallel to my mat. So inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, drops your left arm down, and then slide your hand down as your right arm reaches over the body. Get a nice side body stretch. Keeping the shoulders open, try not to round over as we're reaching. And with your breath, feel that length in the side body. Feel that nice stretch. Inhale, lifts you all the way up, arms overhead. And then shift your weight into your right leg so that way your left leg kind of comes off the floor. And bring your knee into your chest and hold here for a moment. And then maybe play around with the balance and send it out forward. And then tuck it underneath. Bring your right leg out to the side. Exhale, drops your right hand down your leg, left arm reaches over. Feeling into that nice side body stretch on your left side. And your inhale lifts you back to center, and then shift your weight into your left side until your right leg floats off the floor, bringing your right knee into your chest for a little bit, and then maybe play with the balance, extending it out. And then tuck it underneath. Ooh, you'll notice that one side is a little bit more difficult than the other, and that's okay. Tuck your toes underneath, bring your hands to heart center, and then sit back onto your feet. So we're kind of here in this little shorter stance of a malasana. Place your hands down, and then exhale, straighten through the legs, and just fold here. Grab onto opposite elbows and do just a little sway, a little ragdoll sway. And then find stillness. Place your hands down on the floor. On your inhale, lift, find length. Exhale, lower. Kind of like a cat-cow we're gonna move through, but we're in a forward fold. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Good, one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower. And this next inhale reaches you all the way up to standing. Hands come overhead, and then exhale, hands come to heart center. And then release them down by your side. One more time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then release them down. Bring your feet in kind of till your big toes are touching. And then on your inhale, arms come overhead and then rise to your tippy toes. On your exhale, it's bringing your hands through heart center, and we're squatting all the way down, but we're staying on our tippy toes. Keeping everything where it is, your inhale does the reverse. So arms extend up as we straighten through the legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Good. Come all the way up. And then lower your feet down. Hands come through heart center, and then release them down. Shift your weight into your right foot and kickstand your left foot at your ankle. I don't know if you can see, so kind of like a tree variation. Once you've found your kickstand, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, drops the left arm in front of the belly, right arm reaches over to the left side. Inhale, extends your arms both out to the side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Good. Keeping your arms out to the side, go ahead and lift up your left leg. So it's almost as if you were in tree, but your foot isn't connected to your right foot. From here makes it a little bit more difficult. So inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Bring your knee in front of you, and then exhale, straighten through the leg. As your arms come overhead, take a big step into that left foot, and then square off the hips first, so making sure both hip bones are facing forward, and then lower hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, create space in that spine, and then lower down. You can plant your heel down, maybe put your right foot at like an angle to your left, so both my heels are in line with each other. And remember, it's not how deep you're going. If you need to put blocks there, it's definitely okay. Feel into that hamstring stretch. Make sure we're keeping both hip bones facing forward. If your hips start to open up, maybe bring your forward fold up a little bit higher onto some blocks so we're not compensating anywhere else in the body. Step your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Rotate your right foot open. Right arm reaches to the sky for a triangle. And exhale, bring your hands down, frame your left foot, rotate your right foot to face the front of the room, bend into your left knee, arms come overhead, chest is kind of resting on your thigh, but we're not collapsing there or hanging out there, we're still active. Exhale, swing your arms behind you. Next inhale, lifts your chest, rise for high lunge. Exhale, lower back down to your thigh, arms follow behind. Inhale, rise to high lunge, and then lower down to your thigh, arms follow behind. Inhale, one more time to high lunge. This exhale lowers your right knee down to the mat, untuck your right toes, sit back onto your right knee, and then swing your left leg all the way through. See if we can find this warrior 3 variation. See if you can play with the balance a little bit. And then inhale, step it through. Woo. And then tuck your right toes, lift up, find your high lunge, step your right foot through all the way for your leg extension. Extend it all the way out for 3, 2, 1. Swing it back, find high lunge, lower the right knee down, untuck your right toes, sit back onto your right knee till your left leg floats, and send it back for your warrior 3 variation. Engaging all the muscles is definitely key in balance. And finding one spot kind of a little bit farther out than right underneath you to help find a focal point. And then step it back, your left foot back, tuck your right toes, find your high lunge, and then step it all the way through till you find leg extension for 3, 2, 1. Swing your right leg back, find warrior 3, arms follow to the back. Hip bones are facing the floor, and we're rooting down with all 4 corners of that standing foot. Good. On your, I'm losing all my balance today. On your exhale, tap your right knee to your left calf, and then bring it back to warrior 3. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And release your right foot down behind your left foot so your feet are kind of crossed, and then lower down, forward fold. Good. Hang out here for just a breath. And then walk your hands over to your right side until your feet untwist. So you're back in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, rise to stand, arms come overhead, and then bring your hands down to heart center, and then release them down by the side. Walk your feet in until your big toes touch. Bring your hands to heart center, and then as you inhale, arms overhead, come up onto your tippy toes. We're going around again. So as your hands make it down through heart center, we're lowering all the way down to this balancing posture on your toes. So inhale lifts you. Exhale lowers you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This is your last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, just lower your feet. And then you can move them to a normal hip width stance. That was hard for me to get out. Shift into your weight into your left foot and find your kickstand on with your right foot. So again, it's kind of a tree variation. So my right foot is at my left ankle. I don't know if you can see that from the way I'm standing. And once you found your little kickstand, inhale, arms come overhead, and then exhale, right arm comes in front of your belly, left arm reaches over to your right side. Exhale, opens both arms out to the side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Keeping your arms where they are, lift your right leg up as if you were to do tree, but don't hook your right foot. And we're going again. So inhale, reach your left arm over. And you might notice that one side might be easier than the other. And this is definitely not my side, today at least. And then inhale, reach. Exhale, open. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Bring your knee in front of you and then extend it out and then step all the way through till you find your pyramid. Arms reach in front of you. Square off your hips first and then fold down. It's a little bit easier, again, if you keep your heels in line and kind of put your left foot off to like a 45 degree. Feels a little bit better in my body at least. Keeping the hips forward. If they start to open up, maybe bring your forward fold up a little bit if you need some blocks. And just hang out here for a breath or two. Feel that nice hamstring stretch. Keeping in mind our thighs should still be engaged. We shouldn't just be hanging out in these poses. Keep your body active. Step your right foot over to to the inside of your right foot, and then rotate your left foot out, and then your left arm goes to the sky. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your right foot. Face your left foot to the front of the room. Bend into your right knee until your arms float off in front of your body. Remember, we're hanging on over the right thigh, but we aren't collapsing and being lazy here. We're still active. Exhale, send the arms behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, find high lunge. Exhale, come forward. Arms reach behind. Inhale, lift, high lunge. Exhale, lower, arms float behind. Inhale, lift, high lunge. Exhale, drop your left knee down. Untuck your right toes. Sit back onto your left knee until your right foot floats off the ground, and send it behind you for a warrior 3 variation. You can keep your arms out to the side, or if you need blocks, make whatever's available for you today. And then step it all the way through. Tuck your left toes, rise up to high lunge, and then step your left foot all the way through for leg extension. Woo! got wobbles today. And exhale, step it all the way back, find high lunge. Lower your left knee, untuck your right toes, sit back onto your left knee until your right leg starts to float off the mat, and send it back for your warrior three. Again, one side might be easier than the other, and that's okay. And step it through, step up to your high lunge, and then kick your left leg all the way through for leg extension for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, send it back, warrior three, arms follow behind. Hips are facing the floor. And we're rooting down with all four corners of our standing foot. On your exhale, you're gonna tap your left knee to your right calf, and then bring it back to warrior three. Exhale, tap, and warrior three. Exhale, tap, warrior three. Exhale, tap, warrior three. On your next exhale, float your right foot behind your left foot behind your right, so you're kind of in this cross-legged forward fold, and then fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands over to your left side until your feet untangle, until you're in a regular forward fold. And then walk your feet out as wide as your mat, and then fold forward. And then lower your bottom down till we find Malasana. Hands come to heart center. Shift around here for a moment. Get into those hips really quick. Good. Arms come overhead. Maybe drop your right knee down to the mat. And then bring it back, Malasana. Drop your left knee down to your mat. And then Malasana. One more time. Right knee comes to the mat. And bring it back. Drop your left knee down. And bring it back. Just getting into some hip mobility. Good. Bring your hands to heart center again. Bring your right arm down to the right side of your mat. The left arm extends up to the sky. And then maybe we find the bind. Gaze goes up. Good. Bring your hands back to heart center. Drop your left arm down to the left side of your mat. Right arm to the sky. And then maybe we find the bind. Gaze goes up. And hands come back to heart center. Go ahead and sit back all the way till your butt reaches the floor, and then feet come out in front of you. So we're in a seated forward fold. Arms come overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Make sure you're leading with your chest. Your chin is away from your chest. Keeping the spine as straight as possible. I know that there's going to be some curvature, but that's okay. And inhales are lengthening your spine. Exhales are deepening. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. And release. Go ahead and shake your legs out. Bend your right knee into your body and then step it over your left leg. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, drop the knee, drop your left elbow, hook it on your right knee. Right arm comes behind the body, and then we twist. Maybe gaze goes over your right shoulder. Option to send your right arm around your back until it meets your left thigh. And release the twist. Go ahead and plant both hands on the left side of your hip and just bow just for a little bit to counter that twist. And release. Switch sides. So left leg or left knee comes into your chest, and then we step it over our right leg. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hook your elbow on your right knee. Gaze goes to the back. Hand goes behind you. Option to take your left hand and bring it around till it meets your right thigh. And release, and then go ahead and plant your hands on your right side and just bow, countering that twist again. And release, go ahead and shake out your legs. Option to take Shavasana if you would like. Otherwise, go ahead and find a cross-legged position, and we're gonna go ahead and close out this practice. Again, if you feel safe, close your eyes. If not, just go ahead and bow your head, and then place your hands, palms facing the sky, in a receiving position, surrendering position. Just do another scan of your body, see how you're feeling today. Did anything change between the beginning of practice and now? If nothing did, that's okay. Nothing has to come up during your practices, but sometimes it's nice to see where you go, where your mind goes throughout a practice, Like for me, mine is constantly my shoulder, and how much I am aware of my shoulder injury while I'm doing my practice and what I can't do, which is definitely different for me and something I have to acknowledge. But not every practice do I think of things or do I notice things about myself. It's just sometimes it's nice to just hang out with yourself for a couple minutes. Give yourself some peace and quiet. Stilling of the mind, calming of the mind. Whatever it was for you today, I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to go ahead and close out this practice, so bring your hands to your third eye. We're going to close it out with a nice sigh out. So take a deep inhale, exhale, sigh out. Thank you so much for waving with me today. I hope you had fun trying this no-handed balancing power-ish wave. But I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.